Hello guys, in this class let's talk about the Earth's magnetic field, and of course this will be our lesson 7. We've done lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, lesson 6, and this is lesson 7. Please follow the lessons exactly and always follow it with the notes. Do you understand that? Every time follow the note, practice what CBT. Let's talk about lesson 7, which is the Earth's magnetic field. Now I'll start by telling you that
hold on a bit. The complete series of classes, right, as far as your syllabus is concerned regarding your Jamb And Waec, everything has been covered in details for you in the LearnLift app. And guess what? The sweet part is that you have access to your CBT, right? You have access to your video lessons, you have access to your notes, you have access to your past questions. Everything from the beginning to the end is directly in the LearnLift app for you. So all you have to do is just mark down to Play Store or App Store and download the LearnLift app, where you follow all your classes from the beginning to the end. A quick one before we move. Let's get back to class. Enjoy.
in our introduction of the class, we said that anytime a magnet, a bar magnet, or a compass needle is suspended, they come to rest in the north-south direction. We'll talk about that at the beginning of introduction to magnetism. So let's explain why is it so. Well, we said note that a bar magnet or a magnetic needle, when suspended freely, comes to rest on an axis pointing roughly to the north-south direction. Now, what we are saying that when you suspend the magnet, what happens? It does not lie straight, it lies in this direction. We will call this the north-southward direction, towards slant. So a bar magnet or a magnetic needle, when suspended, we say to rest in the north-south direction. Now, the question is, why is this so? But first, let's see. Look at this diagram. All eyes on this diagram. We explain this. Look at this magnet. Now, this magnet was suspended. You can see that it is not, despite the suspended, it is not acting vertically. Neither is that acting horizontally. It's acting oblique. That means it's resting in north-south direction. This is what we call the principle of compass. Do you understand? Now the question is, why do magnets suspended on the earth rest in the north-south direction? Is a big question that we need to answer. Now to answer this, let's talk about the Earth's magnetic field. Now this is simply because of the Earth's magnetic field. So this is so because of the Earth's magnetic field. What's the Earth's magnetic field? Now take note that the magnetic field of the Earth is believed to have an imaginary bar magnet. So the magnetic field of the Earth has an imaginary bar magnet, which is situated at the center of the Earth. And there's something funny about the magnet. That magnet too is inclined with a small angle of rotation on its axis. It is inclined at a small angle to the Earth's axis of rotation. Are you seeing that? So we say that the reason why when you suspend any magnet on the Earth, that magnet rests in the north-south direction is because the Earth itself is believed to have a bar magnet. This bar magnet is at the center, and this bar magnet is tilted towards a particular angle of rotation, just a small angle of rotation. That means it's not at the center. I'm going to show you that. Now, there's something specific about this Earth big magnet. The Earth big magnet, the south of that magnet is pointing towards the geographical north, while the north of that magnet is pointing towards the geographical south. Now, I'm going to explain. Just follow me, you understand it. Take note that this imaginary bar magnet has its south pole near the geographical north pole, and its north pole near the geographical south pole. Listen to me.
So when it comes to creating an account, right, this is the interface of the app that you can see. You can see create account, and you can also see login. Now, what you do is this: as a new user, you don't have an account yet, so you don't need to go and log in. You go and create an account as a new user. Click on that create account button. Once you click on it, the next thing is put your phone number. Place in your phone number. You can see +234. Then put your phone number, whatever your phone number is. If you don't have phone, you can use your mommy's phone number and put it there, right? Or your daddy's phone number. Use it, and then you can proceed and create the account. So let's go. So once you create the account, you have put in your phone number. What happened? Put your name, your correct phone number, please. Put your name. If your name is John, what do you fill in there? John. And then your last name, Frank. Fill in John Frank. And what's your email address? Okay, if your email address is johnfrank3@gmail.com, you fill it there. And then your password, very important. You create your own password, 6 digits. You can use your phone number, the first 6 digits of your phone number, or the last 6 digits of your phone number, Or you can, okay, since your name is John Frank, you can say, okay, my password name is John, right? John 1 2 3, and then you go and repeat the same thing. Confirm password. What will you type there? Your John what 1 2 3. You can decide to view it to yes and then see whether you are doing the same thing, whether what you are doing is correct, right? All you have to do is just click the I button there and then you view it, and then come to select education. You are preparing for Jamb or Waec. In select education, there are 4 plans there. University, that's for people that are in university, probably 100 level, 200 level, right? Yes, their classes are also there. Secondary, for those in secondary school, primary. But for Jamb and Waec, baba, click Waec Jamb Post Utme, right? As the select education. Select level. You are not preparing for Post Utme, you are preparing for Jamb and Waec, right? Okay, click on the what Jamb and what Waec, and then create your account. 2 seconds. Pass, you don't enter, it will load and then it will open for you and it will tell you, welcome John, right? Your classes are now what? Ready. What do? Start learning.
We said that the reason why a magnet tends to rest in the north-south direction is because of the Earth's magnetic field. We said that the Earth's magnetic field explained that there's an imaginary big magnet at the center of the Earth, which is lying slantly or rotated with a small angle. And we said that this imaginary magnet has its north pole towards the geographical south pole and its south pole towards the geographical north pole. Now let's explain this with diagram so that you have a mental picture. Now all eyes on the diagram. Guys, look at this diagram. First, before we say anything, let's label. Now this Earth, this side is called the north. What do we call that north? We call it geographical north. What do I call it? Geographical north. And we will call this side the south. What are we going to call that? That's the geographical side. That means in geography, this is north. In geography, this is south. Are you seeing that? So we can call the geographical north, geographical south. You can see that this is the Earth. Within the Earth, this is the Earth magnet. It's a big magnet. What can you see? The magnet is not standing straight. The magnet is towards the center. It's slightly rotated. And you can see that the south of this magnet is towards the geographical north, while the north of this magnet is towards the geographical south. So what do we say? We say that the Earth has a big magnet. This magnet is rotated slightly. Are you seeing there? Where the south of this magnet is towards the geographical north and the north of this magnet is towards the geographical south. So this is the geographical north and this is the geographical south. Do you understand? This is what we call the Earth magnetic field. Are you seeing that? But there's something specific. We already said that. So the reason why a magnet, when suspended on the Earth, if you suspend the magnet, how will the magnet come and lie? The magnet will lie like this too for you, like this. Where here will be north and here will be south. So any magnet on the Earth is lying in a north-south direction. Why? Because we said that unlike charges, unlike poles attract, while like poles repel. So the reason why the magnet is now suspended, the one you now hold on the Earth, is pointing north-south is because it's trying to move towards the south direction and this one towards the north direction. Why? Because opposite poles attract. That is what we're just trying to explain to you. So anytime you suspend a magnet on the Earth, where is the magnet pointing? The magnet is pointing in the north-south direction because this magnet, this north, is pointing toward the Earth's magnetic south. Are you seeing that? So that is why a magnet fully suspended on the Earth will rest in the north-southward direction. Now I'll see you another mental picture. You can see that the reason why this magnet is pointing in the north-south direction is because this magnet is trying to coincide with the south. If you trace it, this is the south, this is the north. So both of them are trying to align. So we said that the reason why anytime you suspend a magnet, the magnet rests in the north-south direction. This is because of the Earth's magnet. I will say the Earth magnet, the south is pointing towards the geographical north, while the north is pointing towards the geographical south. Do you understand that? First, let's also label the Earth generally. Now, this is the Earth. We said that this part is called geographical north and this other part is called the geographical south. There are imaginary lines. The line connecting this north to the south. That line is called any imaginary line on the Earth are called meridians. What I call them? Meridian. So the line connecting the north to the south. It's an imaginary line. We're just trying to trace it. That line is called your geographical what meridian. What I call it, geographical what meridian. It runs from the north to the south. Why the one connecting? Of course, here will be west, and here will be what, east, right? North south, north south, north south, east, and what, west. So that's imaginary line that is running from your west to your east is called the horizontal line. Also call it the equator. So let's label that now. Look at it, guys. So we can call this one now. This one is called the geographical meridian. Geographical meridian, because it's connecting the two geographical north and south. Why this is a meridian, but we call that meridian equator. We can call it equator. Are you seeing that? And this is how a bar magnet now rests. The bar magnet rests in the north-south direction. We have tried to explain that where the south is pointing towards the geographical north and the north is pointing towards the geographical south. You just try to label here. So what can you see here? We have the geographical north, we have the geographical south, we have two meridian. One is called the geographical meridian, which is running vertical, and we have the horizontal, which is called the what? You can call it horizontal if only the equator. Now quickly, if you say you understand that there are three elements that makes the magnetic field. There are three elements that makes the earth magnetic field. Number one, we have what we call the angle of dip, also called the angle of what? Inclination. Number two, we also have the angle of declination, also called the angle of variation. And number three, we have the horizontal and the vertical what? Component. We want to talk about that. Let's first of all list they're asking you, what are the elements that make the earth magnetic field? Number one, we have what we call the angle of dip, also called the angle of inclination. Number two, we have the angle of declination, also called the angle of variation. And number three, we have the horizontal and the vertical component. Let's treat them one after the other. First, let's talk about the angle of dip. Now, what's the angle of dip? I'll start by telling you that we already explained that there are two major meridians. We have the vertical and we have the horizontal. Now, we also said that a magnet comes to rest if you suspend a bar magnet on the earth. We're not talking about with the earth magnet. Now, if you suspend the magnet generally, the magnet rests in the north-south direction. Are you with me? Now, the magnet suspending in the north-south direction, let's have a mental picture. We can use bar magnet or we can use a compass needle. So look at it now, this is a compass needle. Are you seeing that? This line is running through the compass needle. We call it that's the magnetic field. But because it's running vertically, that means it's like a resultant. We call it the resultant. The resultant, we can call it the earth resultant magnetic field. Look at it. The earth resultant of the magnetic field, this line. Are you seeing that? Now, we also have what we call the horizontal. Talk about the horizontal meridian. So this is the horizontal meridian. Are you seeing that? Now, the angle that is formed, B2, that is formed as a result of the interaction or the angle between the earth resultant magnetic field and the horizontal is called the angle of dip. Look at it. This is the angle. Everybody, what's the angle of dip? The angle of dip is the angle that is formed between the horizontal and the earth. This line that you are seeing is called the magnetic field. What type of magnetic field? It is the earth resultant magnetic field. It's running through either the compass or the magnet. That line, that imaginary line that is running at the center of the magnet or the compass needle, we call it the earth resultant magnetic field. The angle between the horizontal and the earth resultant magnetic field is called the angle. So everybody, what's it called? It's called the angle of dip. Do you understand that? Now take note that the angle of dip is the angle between the direction of the earth's resultant magnetic field and the horizontal. Take note that the angle of dip varies. At the equator, it is 0 degrees, while at the pole, it is 90 degrees. If they ask you what's the value of the angle of dip at the equator, just shout 0 degrees. What about the pole? 90 degrees. Everybody, what's the angle of dip or the angle of inclination? The angle of dip is the angle between the earth's magnetic field and the horizontal. We say that at the pole, it is 90 degrees, while at the equator, it is constant past question. If you feel any question here, I'm going to blow you. Now, look at this diagram. Just the same diagram we explained. You can see the horizontal component. You can see this line, this one running from north to south is called the magnetic field, the horizontal magnetic field. While this is called the horizontal. You can see the angle between them now is practically what we call the angle of. If I'm just giving you different diagrams so that you have a mental picture in the exam mode, they ask you the angle between the horizontal and the magnetic field as the horizontal magnetic field. What is your answer? It's called the angle of. Now, Also take something. Take note that the angle of dip is measured by an instrument called the dip circle. What I call the dip circle, also called the dip needle. So the dip circle, the dip circle, also known as the dip needle, is an instrument to measure the angle of dip. Everybody, what this is to measure the angle of dip is called the dip circle, also called the words the dip needle. The dip circle or the dip needle is used to measure the angle of what or dip. And taking about that, this is the diagram of the word of dip circle or the dip needle. You can see that this dip circle or dip needle is used to measure the word the angle. Everybody wants to measure the angle of dip, the dip circle or the word the dip needle. Do you understand that? Now there's something we need to note.
Now that you have created your account, right, for you to start learning, what do? Okay, you can see that your use of English is there, mathematics is there, biology is there, physics is there, chemistry is there. Your classes are organized, they're all there for you, right? What do? Okay, I want to start learning biology. So click on the biology, immediately you click on it, living organisms, that's chapter 1, right? Oh yes, that's strictly to your JAMB syllabus. And what happened? Let's say, for example, you want to watch your class on cell and probably cell structure, right? What happens is that you click on it. Immediately you click on it, you see all the classes will display history of cell, types of cells, cell organelles, and all of that. Okay, sir, I want to watch history of cells. You click on the history of cell immediately. Your class will start playing for you. It's easy and it will start playing for you easy and direct. And what happened? You can even choose to make it full screen. Right? Make it full screen. What happens? You are started learning and you are enjoying your classes. In fact, you may choose to say, okay, I want to download my classes. In fact, you can fast forward, you can take it backwards, you can pause, you can rewind, anyone you want to do. You can even say, oh, sir, I want to download my classes, right? Probably you use Nightsub just to click on download buttons. When you click on download button, you see the download. Before you know what will happen, the download will start loading. As it starts loading, you can see it is moving. And then it's enter your phone. Are you getting it now? You can now go and start watching your downloaded classes. You can download as many classes as possible as you want to download. Now, you can even choose to say, okay, sir, that's the notes underneath it. It's the same thing for everything. I want to download my notes. All you have to do is click on the download for your notes. Before you know what is happening, it has entered your phone. You may choose to come to the notes, right? Under the characteristics of living things, let me open the notes and read the notes and go through the past questions. So you see, well organized and structured notes, direct to the points, focusing on your syllabus for you. There are past questions for you in abundance. You see, you have your past questions here. You can choose to say, okay, I want to zoom it in, right? And then the same thing for all subjects, and you are following. The answers are there. Number 1 answer is B. Why is the answer B? It is explained for you in details, every singular thing, and then you are following your classes. You are done with that. You come to the next, you see your notes, everything structured and organized to the core. In fact, at the end of the day, there is a blow kiss for you. You have done well. Get out, you too much. Everything is structured and organized for you in the app, right? And you can now choose to say, okay, sir, what about chemistry classes or physics classes? You can do same. Use of English, all of them, they are there. When you click on your chemistry classes, what happens? Separation of mixtures and purification. All of them are in line with your JAMB syllabus. Chemical combination, right? It just goes straight. You see, chapter 1 alone has 39 videos. 39, you sit yourself down, and you start learning. And you are following all of them one after the order. Does it make sense? Are you with me? When you want to access your download classes, all you have to do is just scroll down, right, on your home interface. Go to your access your download classes. Start now. You start. You see them, right? In fact, you may even choose to go and practice CBT, right, or past question. Let's say, for example, I go to my CBT, the one that has to do with my my biology. Then I want to take all the questions on that cell, probably your WAEC cell or the JAMB question on it, right? Just to click on it. So you see, all the questions are there. There are 40 questions there for you already. All of them on that cell. What happened? Which of the following cell inclusion can destroy other cell organelles? Probably you now say, oh, some answer is lysosome. You choose it, you go to next like that. At the end of the day, you see your answer, see your corrections. All of these things are in the LearnLift app directly for you. Are you with me? So as far as your JAMB 2025 is concerned, my dear, you don't have an excuse whatsoever to have anything less than 300. Are you with me? All your classes are available for you. All you have to do, start learning now.
Download the LearnLift app now.
We already know that in the North Pole, the direction or the line in the North Pole is vertical. We'll talk about the geographical meridian. While in the South Pole, the meridian is what is horizontal. Trying to tell us that direction in the North Pole is towards the north, is towards the north, while direction in the equator is towards the east-west. And number two, we know that the angle in the pole, the angle of dip in the pole is 90 degrees. While the angle of dip at the equator is 0 degree. What does that tell you? It tells us that the magnetic field has variation in direction and variation in what? In magnitude. Are you seeing that? So they ask in the exam, what is it peculiar about the magnetic field? Take note that at different locations of the earth, the magnetic field is different in both magnitude and what? And direction. Are you seeing that? We know that it's a vector field. Vector, for you to be a vector, they have magnitude equal to direction. But take note that both the magnitude and direction are different. Why? Because we say near the magnetic pole, the field is stronger. We already explained that field are stronger at the pole, weaker at the center. So near the magnetic pole, the field is stronger and vertical. Right? While near the equator, the field is weaker and what? Horizontal. So this vertical tells us direction. This stronger tells about what? Magnitude. So because near the pole, the field is vertical and stronger, and near the equator, it is weaker and horizontal. We said it varies both in magnitude and direction. You see, constant past question. Taking at the Earth's surface, the Earth magnetic field vary both in direction and magnitude. Let's take one or two past questions fast. Everybody, JAMB 1982 question 39. A magnetic needle is suspended first at the Earth's magnetic pole and then at a point on the magnetic equator. The respective angles between the needle and the horizontal are what is the angle between the needle and the horizontal? Option A says 0 degree, B says 60 degrees, C said 90 degrees, D talk about what? 90 degrees. Everybody, what? They are talking about the angle between the pole, that's the horizontal magnetic field and horizontal. That's what angle of dip. And we said the angle of dip is at the equator 0, while at the poles 90. So making option D to become the what answer. Do you understand that? Very, very easy. Option D becomes the answer. I hope you got it. Another past question. Look at the past question. All eyes on the board. JAMB 1986 question 48. If the inclination at Ibadan is 7 degrees south, it means angle of inclination. What's angle of inclination? Also called the angle of dip, right? It's the angle between the horizontal and vertical field. Let's see. Option A says it's the angle between the geographical meridian and magnetic meridian at 7 degrees. Option B said it is the resultant between the magnetic field density at Ibadan, which makes 70 degrees to the horizontal. Okay. Option C there said the magnetic needle will be inclined at 7 degrees to the vertical Ibadan. This said the north pole of the magnetic field dips downward at Ibadan. Now let's see. Option D said the north pole at the magnetic field dips down. Of course, at Ibadan. No, we know that. Option A said the magnetic needle will be inclined 70 degrees to the vertical to the horizontal. This is wrong. Option B said the Earth's resultant magnetic, it is the Earth's resultant magnetic field intensity. Earth's resultant magnetic field at Ibadan makes 7 degrees to the horizontal. Of course, because we know the angle of dip is the resultant magnetic field. The angle it makes to the what? Horizontal. Making option B to become the what answer. Do you get it? I hope you are following it. You can pause it and take it to JAMB 1992 question 32. The angle between the direction of the Earth's magnetic field and the horizontal, that means the angle of dip. You see what's the angle? The angle between the Earth's resultant magnetic field and the horizontal is called A. Deviation, declination, meridian, angle of what? Everybody what's the angle of what? Dip. Also called the what? Angle of what? Inclination. Making option D to become the what? The answer. Let's just be topping past question. JAMB 1995 question 38. The question says at different locations on the Earth's surface, the Earth's magnetic field is at different locations. A, same in magnitude and direction, same in magnitude but different direction, different in both magnitude and direction, different in magnitude and direction. We said that every point, because of it is vertical at the poles 90 degrees, and stronger, while the equator it is horizontal and weaker. We said that it is different both in magnitude and direction, making option C to become the what answer, different in both magnitude and what. Option C becomes the what answer. Let's just be taking past question, Jamb 2017 question to Utme. A device is to measure the angle of dip. Which device is to measure the angle of dip? A, deep circle, B, deep protector, C, magnetic dip, and D, C, deep angular. We said either you say your deep circle or your what? Your deep middle, making option A to become the what answer. Are you joining the 350 gang this year? Are you with me, guys? Now let's not talk about the angle of declination or the angle of what variation.
Hope you've enjoyed this class. Guess what? To follow up for more classes, just download the LearnLift app, whether on Play Store or App Store, and then follow up your classes. You must do extremely well. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.